Hello, I'm Brittany. Welcome to my channel. Today it's kind of a hodgepodge of things. I don't know, because I think I'll include it in this video, or maybe I do it separate. I don't know. But there's two things that I need. I need to fix Maria's Regency dress because she has actually lost weight, and so it's too big for her now. So I'm going to just fix the top. The bottom I think I can salvage. It'll be fine. But the top is just too big for her now. Unfortunately, I made this out of muslin, and Joann's, obviously it's going out of business, but they have no muslin that I can find. So part of my, if you watch my spring cleaning video, you'll know what I'm talking about. My stupid tax fabric. I got this at Joann's. My calculator app lied to me. I'm dyslexic, okay? Just prefacing that. I thought it was going to be one price that would be a steal. That would be an actual deal. And it turned out it wasn't. I got both this and a purple, which I can't wait to do something with. I'm actually wearing it. You remember I made this slip. I'll insert the picture here. What was it, 5 years ago that I made that video? It was towards the beginning of when I started shifting from book content to just like craft content. And I wear it a lot. Obviously I'm wearing it right now. If I'm wearing a long skirt, I probably have it under it. And it works great, I would say, mostly for the skirts that I wear for like the Renaissance fair skirts that need a lot of volume even on the top. But for skirts like this, it adds a little bulk to my waist, and so it kind of ruins the silhouette. So I feel like doing a princess seam slip thing will help with that problem. Oh my gosh, my brain is not functioning. So what I want is I want it to be able to go up here, but then like have the ribbon to tie it so it can go up. It can be like this, or it can be down further so I can wear it under stuff. If that makes any sense. I'm probably not making any sense. I know I'm talking a lot. So yeah, those are my goals. I also, because my mom's gonna be getting rid of it, I wanted to show you something. If you don't care about any of this, you can skip right to the video, or when I start the project. But take a look at this. This was actually handmade by a friend of my mom's when I was like 6 or 7. I was tiny. If you look closely, you can see like the hand stitching that went on it. And I can't find it now, but this came with a matching bonnet. And let me tell you, whenever I wore this dress, I had to have the bonnet with it because it was a whole outfit. You had to. It just like, you can't have one without the other. So I wanted to show that for posterity. It is a little stained. It's seen better days, but I mean, look at this. I actually fit this. If I can find pictures of myself in it, I'll put it in. But yeah, this is so cute. When my mom showed this to me and asked me if I wanted to keep it, it had me thinking about where my fashion comes from. And the shows that I loved to watch as a kid were Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, and Little House on the Prairie. I literally dress like that now. That's how I dress. I dressed like that then. But yeah, enough waffling. That was just some fun stories I wanted to share, and I wanted to kind of just document this dress for posterity before we got rid of it. Alright, now let's get into the video.
Alright, here's a little look into how I design and figure out my projects. The name of the project, when I start the project, the drawing I make of the project, and how much the project cost, if that matters to anyone. The ruffles I still haven't decided on because I still haven't figured out the Regency top, so that is, yeah.
I feel like I use this pattern so much, but I will be using the bottom half of the Toda dress, again from Mood Patterns. It was originally a dress, I actually made the dress, but then I was like, hey, you know what? I can use this as a dress pattern. And if you can tell, it's been through so much. So here's the front, where I also did like a swoop, a curve for the front, because you need that in order for your skirt to lay right. However, I don't know if I'll need it for this, because, and then here's the back. My plan is to have it all in one piece, and this here is a very old, clearly discolored. I need to get my bleach out and try and fix all of these clothes, because my whites tend to look like that after a while. So just ignore that. This hits right at my waist, and so this is the perfect size for that. So what I'll, hold on, so I can move stuff around. All right, so this will be the waist, and then here, since this is the center front, I'll do it towards the center front here. Basically like this. I don't know if you can see that in camera, hold on. So the plan is to have it go like this, but I think I'm gonna have to add a little to the side. I tried to find my off the shoulder blouse, it's a black one, but I couldn't find it because I thought that would be perfect, but it's not. So yeah, that's fun. But I think that in general, just obviously adding a little bit to this will work. Do I want to maybe trace this onto a pattern? Although one thing that does worry me is because this is a knit fabric, so it's stretch, and so I don't need to worry about that, but like for the cotton, do I need to worry about that? So I decided to print out a basic bodice pattern that I got from Etsy. I'll link it down below. It's one that I've used and I will alter for different things that I need. So this is how I did it. I don't, obviously it's paper, so it's like, you know, I don't know. So I did cut out in a fabric for a mock-up, and we'll see how that goes. If I did this separate because I didn't want to do like a whole like with the skirt thing, so because it's just the top that I need to make sure. So yeah, I'll sew it and see how it went.
Okay, so here's the mock-up. I tried it on me, but it's so hard to film when it's on me, so I'm just showing you on here. But it will work perfectly. Although the length of it seems to be a tad bit long here. Also, there's not enough room on the table, so I'm gonna have to take this off. Okay. But yeah, so what I will do is I will have it laid out like this, where it's like this, so I cut it in one long piece, if that makes any sense. Also, I double checked, and there should definitely be enough fabric for my slip and for the Regency bodice, so that's good. So yeah, it's just a matter of cutting it out. Here are the panels, the front with the darts in, and then the back with the darts in. I have to press it, I haven't done that yet. But the lace came. And it did come with the red thing in it, but I don't want that. But it looks like it comes out, so I'll be replacing it with this white. All right, finished the bias tape. Honestly, this really does help, especially with this. This has to be like several yards, like holy cow, ton of it. Hopefully that's enough now that Zoe decided to let me finish. I really need to make my bed, but ignore that, that's not there. All right, I finished putting the bias tape on all of the seams. This is the button part. I hemmed the bottom, and I hemmed the outside of the armhole. The only seam I didn't put a bias tape on was the shoulder, because I didn't want a lot of bulk on the shoulder. So now I just have to hand sew this along the neckline, and then sew these snaps along this line, and I think I'll be done after that, unless I'm not thinking of something right now. Who knows, I might not be. So the snaps are in. The top of this is sewed on. Probably can't see it because I did it all by hand, which took way longer than I expected, especially because on Mother's Day we played tennis and that hurt my wrist again, so I had to keep making stops. I haven't done the bottom part yet. As you can see, it really needs to be done. But I realized I did this part wrong. The bias tape I put here, I should have attached it the same way I do the hem, where I sew this part and then I sew this part down, kind of like that. Instead, I did it like bias tape, like I did with this, where I just ironed the bias tape and then sewed it on like a sandwich kind of a thing, if that makes any sense to anyone. So it kind of comes up and it looks odd, so I might sew that down. I haven't decided yet. I also realized I need to put, there's like a type of embroidery that you put here to reinforce it, because I know this is going to take a lot of wear and tear. And on my pink skirt, I didn't do that on the pocket, and you can really tell. So I think I'm going to learn my lesson there, and I'm going to make sure to do this here, to do that here. And I still have to swap out the ribbon, so it's white and not red, which is kind of sad, but like I have to. I kept it in because I thought it would hold it, make it easier to hand sew, but in the end it actually didn't, because I was afraid of
hand sewing the ribbon down and we don't want that. So I'm gonna take that out, finish the bottom, and then add this. Okay, so here it is. I was gonna do this outside, but there are kids screaming outside. But also, having this on, I feel like I'm in my underclothes, because I guess technically I am. Also, I ran out of snaps, so I definitely need a few more in between here, because it's kind of gapping a little bit. But that's easily fixed when I feel like going to the store, which I don't right now. Also, I was kind of contemplating putting, because I have more this, like, I don't know if it's crocheted or if it's like bobbin lace or like what it is, how this is made, but it looks like this, but it's bigger, and I was thinking of putting it, oh excuse me, I'm showing my legs, scandalous. I was thinking of putting it along the hem so that like if it peeps out you see the lace. I just don't know if I have enough of it to fit all the way around. And honestly, after hand sewing down this lace, it literally took me all day yesterday. It took me all day yesterday to do it. And it, like, I know half of it was I had to stop because my wrist was hurting after playing tennis, but it took a long time. And I feel like if you machine sew it on, it's more obvious and it just doesn't look as nice. And you're probably thinking, this is supposed to be an undergarment. Most people won't see it. I see it and I care. And that's all that matters. So, yeah. Although one thing I realized that I didn't do with the mock-up, which is stupid on my part, because part of the reason I made this was to put under certain clothes, and I forgot to double check if it fit under it. So I kind of like haphazardly put it on the mock-up on my mannequin while I was sewing this on, and then put it over, and I think it'll be okay. But let's put it on and see. We put this up here so Kit doesn't jump up on the screens, so don't mind that, sorry. I normally move it whenever I film right here, but I forgot this time. Here it is under. I did end up needing help with my sister, so help from my sister. But yeah, here it is. It's just, I think figuring out how to do this will take some finessing. But yeah, thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're not subscribed, think about subscribing and hitting the bell for notifications so you can get notified every post. I almost got it. Every time I post a nope. And you can hit the bell for notifications so you can get notified every time I post a new video. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!